We are part of this ummah. We're no different. And anyone that says that we are the Khawarij, they're liars. They should fear Allah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. All praise is due to Allah, O Lord of the worlds. All praise is due to Allah on this night of the 25th of November. The Muslims gather here and invite the people to Islam. People come here and discuss. And I am from among the Muslimin, and I come here as well. So my message is directed to Steve. And it is also to encourage the Muslims to stand together. Recently, Muslims have returned back to praying again. And this got Steve really upset. Really upset. And he had the problem, not only with the prayer, but with the one leading the prayer. So I'm here to defend my brother, the one that was leading the prayer, which he was upset with, and that is Brother Bilal. May Allah preserve him. Steve is a kafir, an atheist. He's not a Muslim. Why is he questioning and meddling into the affairs of the Muslimin? How they should pray and who should pray, and who should be leading the prayer, and who shouldn't pray, and anything like that. Why? So what if Bilal led the prayer? So what? He can lead the prayer because he's a Muslim. There's no issues with that. We have no issues with him leading the prayer. He can lead 10 prayers, or 50, or 100. So what? But then he's been going on about this on Twitter, on YouTube, even coming here, spreading the doubts and the confusion into the minds of the Muslims. And we know he's got an agenda, a very vehement opposition towards Islam and Muslims. He vehemently opposes the Muslims praying. The Muslims have been praying there for years in the corner, in the park. And now recently they put restrictions on it. So who is Steve to be questioning? Oh, why is Muslim leading the prayer? Why is Bilal leading the prayer of all sorts, of all persons? He can lead the prayer, so what? What's the big deal? The Muslims were happy, so they elected him, they put him forward. And now he wants to make a big fuss, a big hoo-ha-hee about it. It's ridiculous. That's why no kafir, we shouldn't allow no kafir to come and interfere into the affairs of the Muslims and tell us who should lead the prayer and who shouldn't. You know, so we are in strange times. We are living in strange times because we find people saying what is Islamic and what is not. Who should lead the prayer and who should not. You can't call me a kafir. These are the times that we are in, and it's ridiculous. And it's a nullifier. It is a nullifier. The one who doesn't make takfir on the mushrikeen, the one who doubts, or the one who validates the way. He falls into kufr by ijma. This is a nullifier. So the Muslims need to be steadfast and need to fend off and tell, you know, if any non-Muslim or whatever he is wants to come and interfere in the affairs of the Muslims, we dismiss him completely. Completely dismiss him. Move yourself. You are not to have any say in Islam and the Muslims and how the Muslims conduct themselves. You are not under any circumstances. He's a very well-known opponent, opposition of Islam, hostile opposition towards Islam and Muslims, even myself. And he keeps going on about Bilal. Steve, you need to shut your mouth and keep Bilal out of your mouth, and myself, and worry about yourself and how you can save yourself from the hellfire. You are ridiculous. low-life individual, and you keep going on about us, keep mentioning about Bilal. So what if he led the prayer? So what? What's the big deal about him leading the prayer? We are happy to have him lead the prayer. I am happy, and others, I'm sure, would be happy for him to lead the prayer. Even as he hasn't been coming, I've had people come and ask me about him. So he has a presence here. But people like Steve believe that we have no presence here and we shouldn't be here at all. And freedom of speech does not apply to us. Who cares about freedom of speech anyway? We come here as Muslims to speak about Islam, to speak the truth, and to counter the myths and the lies directed to Islam and Muslims. And to stand with the Muslimin, and to stand with the Ummah, remember the Ummah. So Steve needs to back off, and anyone like him and supporters of him that believe in this notion and takes this stance. And he came in a discussion with with others, trying to spread doubt and confusion, to disunite and disengage the Muslims from myself and Bilal and others like us. We are part of this ummah. We're no different. And anyone that says that we are the Khawarij, they're liars. They should fear Allah. That's been cleared and dismissed anyway. And we should stop this notion about condemning Muslimin. You know, we stand with this ummah. We are one ummah together, so we need to feel the pain. We need to feel what they are suffering. We need to feel their cause. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us and keep us steadfast and help this ummah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make make victorious the believers, the muwahidin everywhere and in every front, and make his word supreme. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defeat the disbelievers, the kuffar, and make us triumphant over them. May Allah free all Muslims from the prisons all around the world. Our scholars, our mothers, our sisters, those who are in prison lawfully. Muslims in Guantanamo, Muslims in Belmarsh, Long Lartin, Franklin, all around the world, especially in this country, Muslims locked up for trumped up charges. People you got Muslims doing 40 years for crimes, for not even executing the crime. They're doing 40 years. Subhanallah, what is this? So may Allah aid them and reunite them with their families. And all praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. And the final outcome will be in our favor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well grant us sincerity in our actions, in our da'wah, in our debate and discussions. Because any deed that is not done with sincerity and not following the sunnah is not going to be accepted. So our intention needs to be sincerely for the sake of Allah, not to seek fame or fortune or to seek praise. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us steadfast and firm, and that we should be firm and steadfast together against the opposition like the DFLA, the Tommy Robinson's fans, and others who side with them, who are criminals and crooks. They have no cause. They have no cause whatsoever. And Islam will prevail, bi'idhnillah, because Allah sent this deen to be prevalent and triumphant. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.